Now, yesterday, I think we did some good problems yesterday, right? And we finished up the 14, and I just asked you kind of take a look at 15 through 22, correct? All right, now, again, what I just want to do is we're just going to go through them and see how you did. All right, and your objective is just to see how well you're understanding all of the different types of percent problems, which is generally pretty tricky for kids. All right? Yes.
Is this the I equals PRT?
No, it's everything mixed together.
Oh,
All right, it's all mixed together. You have to think on your own. All right. So now the first one for question number 15. Let's see how you got. Does anybody want to? Let's do this real quick. Does anybody want to tell me what their answer was? 198. 198.
I got 198.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Okay.
got 198.
All right, that's pretty good, guys. I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see if you're correct though. So it says a family on vacation plans to cover 20% of the total distance by car and the remaining distance by plane. If one-way distance was 900 miles, estimate the total distance they covered by car, right? So how far are they going in the car? Is that what it says?
Let me just say 20% of the distance by car.
Yeah, they're going to go over 20% of the distance, right? 20% of what, though? 20% of the total distance. Everybody hearing me? 20% of the total distance. So what is the total distance? Yeah, was 990 miles. All right. So if that's what they plan on covering, 990 miles, then 20% of that. Do you agree? Yeah, exactly. Very good. Some of you guys are getting the hang of it now. So it's 990 times what? 0.20 or 0.2. And somebody tell me what that worked out to be. 198 miles. Very good. Again, check yourself now. That was pretty smart. All right, you got that. All right, let's check out number 16 now. What did you get? How about that? How much? 216. Anybody else got 216? 216. So he wants to make a profit of 8%. All right, so if he wants to make a profit of 8%, what do I have to do? Well, what's a quicker way? What's a quicker way?
You can do 4%.
Well, that's a pretty good idea too. But no, I'm saying, we want to. What do I do?
You can do 200 times 1.0.
Very, very, very good. That's the way I would like for you to think of it. All right, because you're going to charge 100% plus the 8%, which is what?
108.
108%. Does everybody hear me on that?
Yes.
Now, I'm not saying what you did was wrong, but I promise you, doing it this way will help you get the harder problems if you know that. All right? So she's absolutely correct. Very good job. So it's going to be 200 times 1.08, which is what? So that is correct. All right? $216. So give yourself a check. Again, if you miss it, you're going to have to highlight it. All right? And go back and take a look at it. All right? Now, number 17. The cost, including 5.25% sales tax, was $568.35. What was the original price? This is why, if you do it Sebastian's way, you might have a hard time getting this answer. Anybody get this answer? What did you get? 372.70. What did you get, Sebastian? 38.31.
I got
$539 and what?
67.
67. Somebody else? What'd you think? Did you get something?
I really feel like I got this wrong. I managed to get 10,800.
Okay, so we'll talk about 10,000. Now, think about it. And you know what? I think you're right about being incorrect. Because why? Because
Because that's way too high.
that's way too high. But that's okay. That's all right. You're trying. All right, somebody else. All right, now let me show you the correct way how I want you to do this. All right, and hopefully one of those is the correct way. All right. What does the $568.35? That represents the price and the what? And the tax. It represents the price and the tax. What percent do you have to pay? 100%. And then you have to pay the tax, which is 5.25%. But altogether, then you would have to pay. Now say it. Yes. So you have to pay 105.25% for the gym. Is everybody with me on this? That's kind of how I'd like for you to watch and look and write it down to make sure you understand what I'm saying. Does everybody understand what I'm saying? You have to pay 105.25% for the gym.
I don't understand that.
Okay, because when you buy something, you have to pay what percent?
100%
And you have to also pay the what?
sales tax.
So that's a combined percentage of 105.25. Now, that's not the answer yet. I'm just saying that's the percent. Do you agree with that?
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay, so do we know what the original price was? No, we do not. So that's our variable, which in this case is unknown. But then I do what? Yes. No, you do n times what? You take the original price and multiply it by, which is 1.0525. That's what you're multiplying by. All right. If you multiply by 1.0525, that will give you the total bill. Everybody with me? And the total bill is what? 568.35. Julian, what's the question?
How did you get that answer?
I haven't gotten an answer yet.
I mean, no, I'm talking about.
Shh, come on.
I'm talking about like right there and the 1.0525.
So again, the 1.05 came from this number right here. I changed that percent to a what? To a decimal. That's all I did. Okay? Now to go the next step, what do I do?
You divide.
That's exactly correct. So now I want you to write n is equal to 568.35 divided by 1.0525. Everybody do that. Exactly 540? Equals $540. That is considered a difficult problem. That is considered a difficult problem. Again, pay attention now. Make sure you understand what I'm saying on this. The reason why it's a difficult problem is because you need what? You need to figure out the original. You have to find the original cost. Right now you have the cost plus the what? Plus the tax. The cost plus the tax is 100% plus 5.25%, which gives you the what? 105.25%. All right, very good.
So would it always be that, like, the original price? If we're trying to find out the answer, would it always be the original product divided by?
That's right. But this isn't the original. This is
I know,
the price. Yes, if you're trying to find the original price, then you're going to have to divide. If you're trying to find the new price, you're going to have to do what? Multiply. You can kind of think of it like that, but I also want you to think of it in terms of an equation. All right? That's tough now, guys.
I just put that at
Is
0.
everybody okay with that? All right, let's try. Okay, let's take a look at 18. So it says, Chase bought a skirt for $25.41, including tax. The skirt had a sticker price of $24.20. What percent sales tax? Now, we did something like this. All right, so if you don't know this, we would go back and refer to our notes. All right, let's go back. Let's go back and find the one where they asked for the tax rate. Who can find it? Tell me who it is. Tell me which one. Which one was it?
It was
Number 7. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, it was. I was looking at 6. So what did we do to find the percent? You first had to find the what? The tax. You had to find the tax. Right? Then once you find the tax, you divided it by the original price. So now let's go back to this problem right here. This is how you're learning. All right? What's the tax?
So you would subtract 25.41.
Thank
minus
you.
24.
Very good. Very good. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. 25.41 minus 24.20.
Yeah, 1.21.
Okay, so there's $1.21 in tax. $1.21 in tax. And now we're going to, now be careful, which one am I dividing it by?
24.
You divide it by the original price, all right? And the original price was $24.20. So you divide it by $24.20, and what did that come up on your?
0.05.
So it'd be 0.05, right? Which we would then say is 5%. All right, come on, guys. That's important to be able to figure out how much tax you paid. All right, to figure out how much tax you paid, you subtract the 2 to figure out what the tax is. Then you take the tax and you divide it by the original price. All right, you divide it by the original price. All right. So again, if you made a mistake, you're just putting stars by the one that you made a mistake on, because all you're doing tomorrow is studying these. That's all you're doing. Okay. Number 19. It says Karen buys 2 packages of printer paper for $5.79, a box of pens for $9.25, and paper clips for that, and a calendar for that. If a 6.25% tax is added, what is the total? So, anybody finish this problem up? Can anybody tell me what the answer is? Avery, tell me. We're on number 19 right now. I want an answer to 19. $31.69. Anybody else? 37.84. Very good. 31.69. Somebody else? Connor? All right. So let's take a look. So the first thing we have to do is have to find out how much we spent, correct? So let's figure out. But it says here there were 2 packages of printer paper for $5.79 each. So everybody take out their calculator and do 5.79 times what?
2.
Times 2. Then it says a box of pens for $9.25. We only bought 1, right?
Yeah, that's
So plus 9.25, and a box of paper clips for $2.29. So I do plus $2.29, and 1 calendar for what?
$12.
So what's the total that you spent?
$35.
$35.62. That would be nice. That's what I would want on your paper. All right. Now I have to find the total bill. It doesn't say to find the tax, so to find the total bill, I would just do what? No, don't say something on your own. What do you stop talking? What am I doing? How do I find the answer? What do I do? Yes, 1.0625. All right, because it's 6.25%. When you do that, what did you come up with? Shh, shh, go ahead. Is it what? 3784. Is that agreed?
Yeah. Well, actually, it's
Is it 85? Yeah, if we round to the nearest penny, let's make sure we get that right. 3785. And again, double check yourself. What?
How did you get 1 point, and then?
Because you did 100%. So 100 plus 6.25 is 106.25, which is,
Oh, and then we
move the decimal.
Back to space.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so next, Cindy bought a car for $21,330. A few years later, she sold the car for $19,700. So she has a depreciation problem. All right. So how much percent did she lose? Who can tell me how to do this one? Come on. It's just a percent of change, right? Tell me, what do I do?
Okay, so you subtract 21,330 by 19,700.
Perfect. And what was that?
1,630.
Okay, that's perfect. And
then
now
you
what?
divide that by 21,330.
Thank you, Colin. Perfect.
And then you get your 0.076764. And you turn that into a percent, it would be 7.64.
So is everybody happy with that? 7 point, I don't care, 7.6, 7.64, right? Okay.
I'm a bit confused on like the formatting. Like,
So whenever you're trying to figure out a percentage, this is kind of like how much tax did you pay. It's the same principle. You subtract the two numbers. And that tells you how much you decreased by.
oh, and then you
Divide that by where you started. Yes, that is correct. All right, let's take a look at 21. Uh-oh. I want to see who is listening now. This one you might have to think about because we did it. What?
So, is it N and then in parentheses 0.85?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Is it 0.85? Or is it?
Oh, 1.8.
No. Julia. Very nice work, girl. Do you see why? If it was decreased by 15%, guess what your answer? That would be correct. Do you understand me? All right? Because it increased by 15%, you have the 100% plus the 15%, which is a total of 115. All right? And now, when you increased it by 15%, you ended up with what? $235. Everybody good with that? Right? And so now all I have to do is what? Divide by 1.15. And so n is equal to what? Somebody do that division for me. Tell me.
it's not.
Come on, come on. How much? 204.35. Anybody else get that? Everybody good? I'm listening.
Oh,
Okay, now number 22 is kind of hard, so I want your attention on this too, please. This is hard, so everybody pay attention. All right? A stock opens at $11,135. Its value increased by 4%. So what do I have to do to figure out what its new value is? By what? Come on. No. You don't multiply by 0.4. What's 4%?
40.
How do I write 4%? As a decimal.
0.4.
That would be 40%. What would it be, Connor?
0.04.
Exactly. 4% is 0.04. But it was an increase by 0.04. So, Connor, what do I do with 11,135?
You divide it.
No.
You
Multiply.
multiply it by
Yes, multiply it by what?
1.04.
Exactly. So I want everybody to do that. This one's too hard, so you got to be listening to me. All right, I don't want you to even have your calculator out. I just want you to say 11,135 times 1.04. I don't care about that answer yet. I just need everybody to know you got to multiply by that. What?
Why would it be 1.04 though?
Why do you? Because you increased by 4%, right? So it'd be 4% plus 100%, 104%. 104%, which is 1.04. Now, the hard one. You decrease by 6%. So I should multiply that by, yes, listen to me. You went from 1135, you multiply by 1.04, and then you just lost 6%, so you take that and multiply it by 0.94. Perfect.
But you lost.
Perfect. What?
I'm just confused. It says it decreased by 6.
So it was 100%. You decrease by 6%. You're left with what? 94%. All right, so bear with me on this. So now take your calculator out and do 11,135 times 1.04 and then times 0.94. And tell me what we get. 10,000 what? Just multiply. Do it right now on your calculator. Double check that, please. Is that correct? 11.
10,885. I got 10,885.2.
0.2.
That's a 0.58.
What it? Everybody try it again. What is it? 10,885 point.
I got 0.58.
0.58, right? Can we do 0.58? If we're rounding to the nearest penny, right? What? What's the matter?
I'm just trying to process.
11,135 times 1.04 times 0.94. Everybody with me? That's how much it's worth right now. All right, so did you actually make money or lose money that day? You lost money, right? Because originally you were worth what? 11,135. Does everybody agree with that? Now you're only worth what? So now we're trying to figure out, well, how much did I actually lose? What percent? How much did I actually lose for the day? Somebody tell me how much money I lost. I'm not saying 2% is the answer. I'm asking you how much did you lose money-wise. Come on. Everybody has a calculator. Everybody has to participate. I want to know how much money you lost. Julian, what? You keep saying 2%. I keep saying no. I don't care about 2%.
It's $249.
I lost $249 and what? If I started with this and I ended with this, how much money did I lose? What would I have to do? So why don't you subtract and see if what you think is correct? But you have to do that. Now that's how much money I lost. But if you'll notice, the question says, what's the percentage that I lost? So what would I have to do with that 249.42? Divided by what? No.
100?
Divided by what? Why? That's your original. So I would divide it by 11,135. To find the percent of increase, it's always the change divided by the original amount. So what percent now is on your calculator? Read the numbers to me. Point six,
0.02.
something like that, right? So we would say I lost about what? 2.2%. Everybody with me on this? All right. Come on, Julian, what? To find the percent, you always take the difference and you divide it by the original amount. So the difference was 249.42, and I divided it by 11,135. You agree with that? Everybody agreeing with me on this? All right. Good? All right. Again, it's just going to take some practice. I'm trying to figure out how much more I got left. We got lots of fun. All right, here we go. Let's have some more fun. Okay, here we go. Number 23. It says a shopkeeper is selling a pair of pants at 15% off. Find the sale price if the regular price is $15.66. Caroline, you haven't said much today. I don't know why. So how would I do this? Now, am I increasing or is there increase or a decrease? So you get a discount of 15%. So instead of paying 100%, I only have to pay what? Shh. Right? So how much do I normally have to pay? What percent? I normally have to pay 100%. But I get a discount of what? So what percent do I have to pay? Yeah, you only have to pay 85%. Come on, kiddo. Right? I only have to pay 85%. I have to pay 85% of what, though? Shh. Let her answer. Of 1566. All right? So now how do I solve this problem? Shh. Yeah, girl. You got to tell me now if I'm not clear, okay? I mean that. Everybody. Ellis, you okay? All right. So do that for me. 15.66 times 0.85. And tell me what that is. Shh, hold up. She's doing it. Let her do it. Is that right? 1331? Does everybody get that? Is it 1331 or 1332? All right, let's look. Double check. Double check. Why? Why do you think? Do you not see this right here, this explanation? Normally you have to pay what percent?
100. I know that minus 15.85. I'm just talking about like why down there it doesn't have to be 0.85.
Because you're only paying 85% of this. That's okay though. Come on, I appreciate you really trying. So don't be upset with yourself. Don't be frustrated with me either.
Oh, no,
Just think about what we're doing here. I promise you, you're working hard, and I appreciate it. Do you understand what I'm saying? 1566. We only have to pay what? 85% of the 1566. Notice this was not the sale price, or it would be a little bit harder if that was the sale price. All right? Let's go to 24 now. All right? It says a magazine subscription normally costs $14.95 per year with a 3-year commitment. So it's $14.95 per year. A magazine distributor is having a 20% off sale. All right? What is the sale price? All right? You want to give it a shot? Tell me what I have to do. No. Listen to me. That's a good mistake, though. Very good mistake. So when you're talking about interest, that's when you're talking about borrowing money. You hear me? This right now is not I equals PRT because we're talking about discounts. You with me? All right. So somebody tell me, if I'm going to buy this magazine for 3 years, normally how would I figure out how much it would cost? Tell me.
You subtract it by the number.
I don't know what that means. Somebody says this to you. Come on, listen to me. Listen. What does it cost?
$14.95
every
a year.
a year, right?
Yeah.
And how much are you going to buy the magazine for? How many years?
3 years.
So how do I figure out how much am I going to have to pay?
14.95.
Why? That's what I'm saying. You just, come on. So it's going to cost $14.95 times 3. And somebody tell me what $14.95 times 3 is. $44.85. Now that would be the normal price. But somebody comes along and says, hey, today, if you buy it, you're only going to have to pay what? Nope, you're only going to have to pay what? You're only going to have to pay 80%. Now, why do you only have to pay 80%? Because there's a 20% discount. So you have to take 44.85 and multiply that by what? 0.8. Don't worry, you're doing good. Times 0.8. Somebody tell me what 44. Thank you, Connor. What is it? $35.88. All right, that's what you have to pay. Is everybody agreeing with that? Julie, you guys getting all this information? Ellis, you good? You're quiet today too, kiddo. Vivian, you good? Abby, I know you're not feeling well. You still good? All right. All right, $35.88. All right, here we go now. This is another one. Another one. Who's listening? Who's been paying attention? All right, Caroline, I'm going to let you get back in the game. Ellis, you're next. Okay? So tell me, read it to me real quick. All right, now go really impress me now. Tell me what I have to do. 44.95. I'm so proud of you. And then what? No, I don't want that answer. Then what else do I have to do? Yep. Close. No, but you're not wrong because I want the total. That would just tell me the tax. So instead of multiplying by 0.065, I would multiply by, yes, very good, times only one little minor mistake, 1.065. Now everybody's got to look at that and say, now look, when you go into a store now, you know exactly what you're going to pay, right? If something's on sale, you can figure out exactly what you're going to have to pay when you walk up there, all right? You multiply by the discount, then you multiply by the tax. Everybody with me? The problem is you have to subtract for the discount and what? Add for the tax. Is everybody good with that now? All right. So now what? All the time. That's why I know I know what the price is before I get up there. All right, and you should too because the computers are never right and they always give me some lame excuse. All right. And they don't know how to do it themselves usually. They just go by off the computer. All right? So what's the final answer? How much do I have to pay for my shirt? Somebody said $28 and? 72 cents. Everybody agree with that?
Yeah.
All right, nice. Okay, Ellis, I'm going to let Ellis do this one, unless you have a question.
Did you multiply it?
Yes, of course we multiplied. That's what we're doing with percentages. All right, here we go. Here we go. Ellis, tell me now. Go ahead, read it.
A carpenter store buys a refill liquor for $12.50 not this weekend store is having a 20% off sale. This is selling price for
Ooh, you got a good one. You got a good one. So what do I have to do here, girl? Come on, think about it. 12.50. You're awesome. And then what? Shh. You are amazing, girl. That is very good. All right. Now, if you know what she just said, then you're in pretty good shape. All right. Does everybody understand? They marked it up 40%. So 100% plus 40% is 1.4.
So if it's a market,
That's right. That's exactly right. And now we're doing a discount of what? 20%. So now you lose, instead of 100%, you're only going to charge them what? 80%. All right, so now multiply that out and tell me what that comes out to be, Ellis. Exactly?
Yeah.
So you have to pay, so did the company still make some money?
Yes.
Yeah, because they originally bought them for what?
12.50.
And they sold them for 14, so they made a little bit of money. So tell me.
So, whenever it's like 100, you're gonna do 1 point.
Yes.
Okay.
Right. Whenever you're adding a percent, it's going to be 1 plus the percent. Whenever you're subtracting, it's going to be 1 minus the percent. All right? That's what you should get out of this exercise. All right? All right. So let's hear Abby. Why don't you go? Can you? All right. 27. What does it say? All right, so what do I have to do, kiddo? Shh. How much was the camera originally? So you write 120 down. Now you're trying to get rid of it, so you're going to reduce it by what percent? Which means no, because if you do 1.25, it's going up. Yeah, girl. So you're going to multiply by 0.75. Do you hear me on that, right? Shh, because it's a discount. You're trying to get rid of it. Right? As a businessman, something's not selling. So you got to do what? Lower the price until somebody says, okay, I'll buy it for that. All right, that's why when you go into the store and something's discounted, why do you think they're discounting the things? Because people aren't what? People aren't buying them. That's exactly right. Or if they have too much in stock, that's exactly correct. Supply and demand. Very good. All right, then after that, what am I going to do? Yes, multiply by 0.60. Very good job, girl. All right, so multiply that and tell me. $54, is that correct? $54. All right, which is a kind of a big discount. All right, yes.
Where did you get 0.75 from?
Because what was this right here?
25.
So if you lose 25%,
That's minus
120 is not a percent. This represents 100%, and you're subtracting what?
125. And so that would be 75.
There you go.
And then
That's where this points.
And then how did you get 0.6?
Well, we lost another what?
40%.
Which means? Cause. There you go. Now, this is what you were thinking of, Will. You with me? 128. Bless you.
Oh yeah.
Bless you. You with me? So what do I have to do? Tell me the formula.
Oh.
Yes, I equals PRT. I equals PRT, not PYT. Yeah, little Michael Jackson fan back there. All right, here we go. All right, what is our principal? 25,000. What interest rate are we getting? Which is? Yes, sir. And how many years? 1. So tell me what that is real quick. How much? So $687.50. That's how much money you're going to make. Okay? But the next one says what? He just saw an ad saying 3%, right? So it's the same thing except 25,000 times what?
0.3.
Point oh three times 1. Tell me what that is.
0.3. Oh, no.
750? Okay, so now he's mad because he could have made how much more? $62.50. Is everybody happy with that explanation? How much more we just did what? Subtracted. Does everybody agree? Everybody agree? All right, so now for tomorrow, 29, 30, 31, let's go up to 33. And that'll give me some time to finish all those up. All right, guys. Good job today. Good job. Good job.